This video podcast episode contains footage of the Marana Aquatic and Recreation Center that was captured during construction.
Welcome to Real Talk with the Town, where I sit down with Marana staff to answer your burning questions about our beautiful community. My name is Terry Rozema, and I'm the town manager for the town, so let's get started.
Let's go.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Real Talk with the Town. My name is Terry, and I am your host, and today I'm joined by a couple of Parks and Recs professionals. That's right, folks. We got with us today Brandon and Wayne. Wayne is he's a pro at this. He's been here like 2 or 3 times at least.
2 or 3.
Yeah, and Brandon, a first-timer.
Yep, brand new. I'm ready.
Now, we are coming to you actually videotaping this one. I mean, we're video recording. We're recording it. We got cameras on us. You're not just going to hear our voices. You're going to see our faces for good or for worse. That's the reality. So today we're going to have, this is going to be a special episode because we're kind of doing our version of MTV Cribs. We're doing Marana Cribs at the Marana Aquatics and Recreation Center. So this is a big deal. This is right around the corner here, and we're going to jump into that here in just a second. But before we do that, I'm going to do a little icebreaker. So I don't know if I'm going to start with Brandon. He's a rookie. So we're going to start with him. We're going to put him on the spot. Brandon, tell our listeners, our viewers now today, a fun fact that nobody else knows about you.
Ooh, that's a good one. So I think a fun fact that not many know about me that I'm pretty proud of is I got a scholarship to the University of Arizona because I was the first generation in my family to go to college. So something I'm proud of.
Wow,
Yeah.
That's fantastic. So you didn't get in because you had straight A's then?
No, it did not.
Okay.
I'll leave it at that, yeah.
All right. Well, that's fantastic. How about you, Wayne? A fun known fact that very few or nobody, well, we shouldn't say nobody. There's probably somebody knows, but few people know about you.
Somebody probably knows. So something, and this just happened recently, is I just earned my 8th National Fitness Certification through the American Council on Exercise.
Fantastic. So I told you we were talking to parks professionals here, and I wasn't kidding. 8 different certifications. 8.
Yep. So
Isn't that what I said?
If you did say 8.
Okay. All right, man.
If you want to get fit, come see me.
All right. Well, hey, we got a really fun episode, I think, because we're going to take people on a tour of the facility here. But before we do that, I want to make sure that people understand that we've got right around the corner here. We're like 10 days away, 11 days away or so from the grand opening of the Marana Aquatics and Recreation Center. So I'm going to start off with Wayne. Tell us a little bit about the grand opening, when it is, what we're doing, what's going to happen that day. Exciting stuff.
Yeah, thanks, Terry. It really is exciting. So mark your calendars for May 3rd.
Oh, I like what you did there. The mark your calendars. I like it.
For May 3rd. It's going to be a huge, momentous day in Marana. So 9 a.m. is when the ribbon cutting ceremony starts. We'll be right outside the front doors of the MARC. If you haven't seen it, this is a beautiful building. Mm-hmm. We're going to welcome you that morning. We're going to have some comments from our mayor, from members of our project team, and then we're going to cut a ribbon and welcome the community into this amazing facility. And you're going to get a chance to see what we've got to offer. You're going to get to tour the facility. You can hop in the pool if you want. You're going to get a chance
to go down the slide.
You can go down the slide.
Oh.
Terry, you can be the first to go down the slide. If
I
you
can?
Like. You can.
That is the plan.
I might take you up on that. I don't know.
We're
is the water warm though?
Water's warm.
Water's warm. Okay.
Always, that's
warm enough.
That's our other saying. Water's always warm at the MARC.
Okay. Oh, I like it.
Warm enough. But it's going to be a great day. And so once we cut the ribbon, open the doors, until 3 o'clock. You can come see the center. You can play on the courts, walk on the track, check out the exercise equipment. You can buy your membership that day. So we're going to have a lot of fun activities, and it's just going to be a day to celebrate Marana at the MARC.
Fantastic. So, listeners, mark it, as Wayne said, mark it on your calendars. May the 3rd, we're doing a ribbon cutting and a grand opening. You're going to be able to, and I think you're absolutely right. So if you drive by it, you see it, man, oh, wow, what an incredible facility. And I think you're right about that. When you walk into the facility, I would say it's even mind-blowing.
It really is. I mean, from the outside, it's beautiful. When you walk inside, you're not going to want to leave.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Totally agree. So let's do this. Let's actually take a tour verbally. I want you guys to kind of walk me through the building, and we're going to enter through the front doors. Tell me, when people walk through the front doors, what are we looking at?
So I'll take us from the front door. So we're going to walk in. You're going to be greeted by this really cool front desk. Looks like kind of like a spaceship.
I would agree. Spaceship is the word I was going to use to describe it.
But not only is it attractive, but it's functional. So that's where our staff are going to be stationed, and they have a vantage point of every space on the front floor, or on the first floor of the building. To your left, you're going to encounter our teen room, which is going to be pretty amazing. Up on the wall, we've got 8 video screens. We've got 10 separate gaming stations, and it's a place for young people to come, hang out with their friends, play the latest video games, and be in a safe place. And in that room, we've got a tutoring room. So if you want to do your homework after school before your parents pick you up, we've got a spot for you to come and do that at the MARC. Brandon?
I would have benefited from that. I would have benefited from a tutor back in my days.
Brandon,
Yeah.
I'm going to hand it off to you to continue the tour.
Sounds great. I think from there we'll take a left. So positioning yourself at the front desk, you take a left and you start heading down a hallway, and that hallway leads to 2 multi-purpose rooms, one in which we're in at the
We're
moment.
sitting right in now.
We're in it, yeah. We got a
Beautiful
sneak
room.
peek of it. So we have 2 great-looking multi-purpose rooms. They can seat about 50 people each. To the left of that is...
Now, when you say multi-purpose, they're going to have fitness classes in here, or are they going to have like conference meetings, or what are these rooms going to be used for?
It's truly multi-purpose. The community gets to decide the best way to use it. It can facilitate meeting space. The room can be used for a paint class, an art class, really birthday party rental. We're really excited to see what the community decides is the best use for all these spaces.
Well, it's good that a community gets to have a say-so in a community center. That's fantastic.
Absolutely.
Very good. So where are we going from here? We're in the lobby. We've seen the front desk. We've talked about the teen room. We've gone down the hall, multi-purpose. What else we got?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to go back out into the hall, and I'll pause there for a second because that hallway is something truly amazing about our facility. There's going to be art and graphics down that hallway that are a testament to Marana's history. So it's going to be really fun hallway to walk down and see all those different moments that made Marana what it is. And so that's really exciting about this facility.
That's going to warm the heart of our mayor and our council, and of our dearly departed Mayor Anhoney. He's gonna miss that, but that's going to be a wonderful thing. Looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah, absolutely. And that leads us right into the community room. And so this is a larger room, something, again, we're really excited about. We heard from our community. We knew we needed to develop a center that had a large meeting space, and we did just that. So this space can accommodate up to 250 individuals. And as far as the use of that space, it could be, again, a large gathering space, a large meeting space, weddings, really excited again to see what the community decides is a good use for that space. It has its own courtyard as a part of it, so this space opens up and there's a beautiful courtyard again for weddings or those gatherings where you want to take advantage of both indoor and outdoor environments. And as a part of that courtyard, there's an opportunity for a food truck to pull in and serve whoever's renting that space. Again, think weddings. If there's a food truck function of that, or a large birthday party, it's really cool to be able to also facilitate a place where businesses in our community can have a place to go.
Fantastic. So as we leave now this community room, and we come back out, and we get back out to the lobby. Where are we going? What are we seeing?
All right, I'll take us past the front desk. And so just past the front desk, we've got our child watch area. So if you're a parent, you've got a child 7 and under, let me make sure I get that correct, a child 2 to 7, and you want to come and use the facility.
That's an important distinction there, Wayne.
That's why I stopped myself.
No newborns.
No newborns. Nothing against newborns.
Yeah, love them.
But so if you've got a child 2 to 7, you want to come and work out in the gym, you want to come and play basketball, you want to go swim or take a class, we've got a place that you can bring your child for up to 2 hours. The room will be fully staffed, so we'll have staff that'll make sure that your child has a fun, safe time while you're having a fun time in the MARC doing your thing. So we step out of the child watch and we are right in the thick of it in a 3-court gymnasium. This space is huge. It's really cool.
3 like half courts, 3 like, what are we talking about?
We've got 3 high school sized basketball courts.
Ooh, that's some space right there.
That's some space.
Yeah.
Not only can you play basketball on those courts, you can play volleyball. We can set up 3 separate volleyball courts, or we can set up 9 separate pickleball courts.
Oh man, that's going to be music to the ears of many of the people in our community who love pickleball.
It really is. Pickleball we're continually blown away at the popularity and how it continues to grow. Excuse me. And so now we're gonna take a bite out of that chunk of pickleball players and give you some designated times to come and play pickleball. Another really cool feature of the gym is we've got an area just outside of the gym with artificial turf that we can use for additional fitness classes. So we can do a moonlight yoga class, we can do a sunrise yoga class, we can step out there and do some functional fitness training. It's a really nice addition to the space and just really opens up what we can offer to the members and the visitors to the MARC. And from there, I'm going to let Brandon take us on a tour of the Aquatic Center.
Right on. Yeah. So now we're out on the pool deck, and it is impressive. There's a lot of features of it, so a lot to go over. But I'll start with the closest area to that fitness lawn that Wayne was just mentioning, and that's going to be our competition/lap pool. So there's 12 lanes in that lap pool. They're 25 yards, and that pool can facilitate just that. It can facilitate lap swimming for our members, but it can also facilitate competition, which is something we're really excited about. And so what does that mean, competition? We have dive blocks that are in place, state-of-the-art gutter stones that are considering this pool a fast pool. We have scoreboard system and timing pads that we can drop in the water. And so we're really up there as far as high caliber facility for swimming competition.
Sounds pretty technologically advanced.
Yeah. It's the swimming world is pretty unique. So yeah.
Now you've had some experience with running aquatic centers. How does this compare?
Yeah, this is definitely comparable. Like I said, not all centers have the opportunity to have all this timing equipment. So it's one thing to have a vessel, a body of water, but to be able to plug in, be certified length of the pool, and to be able to host sanctioned events, we have all the equipment to do so. So, and that stuff is ever evolving. So this is the most technologically advanced pool that I've been a part of.
Okay, well, Brandon, let's say, for example, that I'm not a great swimmer, which I'm not, and I don't want to get into the lap pool and swim laps against people because I'll look silly. What if I just want to lounge around with my floaties on my arms? Can I do that in that pool, or what are my options, man? I got to have something.
Well, we do have swim lessons. No,
we have swim lessons. Well, there we go.
But no, as far as the bodies of water, so the best place to do the activity that you were just describing, Terry, is going to be our recreation pool.
Oh, we have 2 pools.
We do. So it's right on the other side of our competition lap pool, and that recreation pool, it does have 4 lanes in it. They're a little bit shorter. So if you're looking to learn how to swim or not as comfortable with lap swimming, that's a great place to do it. It also has a lot of kid-friendly amenities and family-friendly amenities. This is the first ever splash pad, Town of Marana, that is in a body of water.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so all of our other ones in our park system, of course, splash onto the deck. This one is in a body of water. It's got 2 slides as a part of that splash pad. It's got a big bucket full of water that dumps onto the kiddos, and there's lounge chairs everywhere.
Kids love that.
They love it. They love it.
Yes.
Another awesome feature for the younger groups, the real little ones, is our zero entry part of that recreation pool. So it starts just at that 0, and it inches its way in, and there's small little spray features. So you got your toddlers and your real young ones that are just maybe not as comfortable in the water. That's the perfect place for them to have some fun. And one item that I forgot in that pool is our resistance channel. So not a full-blown lazy river, but it is designed more so for therapeutic recreation, something we're really excited about. So I saw it many a times in my past experiences in aquatics. Aquatics is a great place to rehab. I've seen back injuries, hip injuries, and so to be able to have a resistance channel where you can jog with a little bit of light resistance and be able to recover whatever's ailing you is something that we're excited to be able to facilitate here.
Outstanding. Anything else out there that is going to be fun and exciting for our viewers, our listeners, our residents?
Yeah, plenty more on the pool deck. So here we go. So within that recreational area, there are pool cabanas that are available for rent. There's 10 of them in total, and it's a nice, again.
Sounds like a resort.
It might as well be. It's beautiful out on that pool deck. The 10 cabanas are a great place for a family to lounge, just to claim that space out of the sun, and it's going to be a cool thing to see the public start to utilize that space. And then there's more. You ready, Terry?
I'm ready for more. There's more?
Yeah. We have 2 water slides. And so
now you're talking.
I know. Here we go. We're fast paced now.
And I think you guys said that I get to be the first one going down the water slide.
Not only did we say that, we did advertise it as a feature in our grand opening. So we'll schedule you into that.
I'm sure that'll draw a lot of people.
Yeah. So 2 water slides. One's a closed flume, and the other one is an open flume. And so it's going to be a fun feature for the community as well. And the 2 more things I'll touch on the pool deck before I pass it back to Wayne is a part of this pool deck is an event lawn. So something we're really excited about, kind of back on that competition side of the house. So again, hosting swim meets or having a staging area for those swim lessons I mentioned. That's going to be a great place to do that. It's got a shade covering, and it really is a large chunk of turf for the community to gather and for events to utilize. And right next to that is another food truck spot. So again, looking forward to hot summer days where we can pull a food truck in there and serve cold treats to the community. But
popsicles, ice cream. What are we talking?
Whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah. Not just cold treats, right? It can be anything.
You're not going to have a beer truck, are you?
No, not in that area. There is no alcohol allowed on deck.
No alcohol allowed on deck, folks. You heard it here first.
Yeah, so they got a glimpse of the rules too, which is important. I'm glad we covered that. There's a food truck slip, and it's really going to be that concession area of the pool. Really excited to rent that space out and see what it looks like. Lastly, there is 2 diving boards in the.
Is it a high diving board?
They are not. They're low dives, so they're a 1 meter springboard, but there's 2 of them, and it'll be plenty of action for this community for sure. And that's into 12 feet of water. So that's into our deeper end of our competition lap pool. And I think that covers the pool deck.
That's a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
That sounds like an impressive facility. Can't wait for it to open, and I can't wait for our community to get out there and splash around, swim, have fun with their families.
Yep.
It's going to be amazing.
Terry?
All right. So are we going back inside, or what are we doing?
We're going
Is
back
there more?
We're going back inside.
We're going back inside.
Are you ready to go to the 2nd floor?
Oh, there's a 2nd floor.
There is, and you get to choose if you want to take the elevator or the stairs.
Oh, I'm a stair guy.
All right,
Let's take the stairs.
We're heading up the stairs, and we're going to spill out of the stairs onto our indoor walking track.
Oh.
So we've got a track that's 1/10 of a mile long, so 10 laps gets you a mile. Mm-hmm. We'll change directions every day.
I like how you did the math right in your head, just like that. I mean, it was amazing.
I did not get a scholarship to go to college, but I could figure that one out.
But that one you got, yeah.
So the track is great. It's 3 lanes. You can walk, you can run, you can push your child in a stroller. Wheelchairs are allowed on the track. We've got a resilient flooring throughout the building that allows a lot of different activities. It's going to be durable. It's going to be comfortable. And so we're really excited about the track. And here's the best thing about the track is that we've got 360-degree views around this beautiful building. So,
oh man, we got some mountains for people to look at when they're walking around that track. Huh?
We do, and that was very purposeful in our design. We live in such a beautiful area. We wanted to show it off. And so as you walk the track, you're going to get those different views at different vantage points. In the morning, it's going to be beautiful out one side of the building. At night, it's going to be beautiful out of the other. We know that we're going to have to be chasing people off the track because people are going to be stopping to look at all the beautiful sunrises and sunsets. But it's a really...
So you're not setting up any little cafe tables on the track, are you?
We're not.
Okay.
If anybody does, it's not sanctioned by us.
Okay. All right. How many lanes is this track?
3 lanes. We'll designate 1 lane for runners. But it's going to be, we think it's going to be really popular when it gets really hot during the summer. It's going to be a place folks can get in to get out of the sun. And on those 5 or 10 cold days of the year that we have, it'll be a great place to come and get your exercise. From there, we've got our exercise room, our weight room, and it's a really well-appointed weight room. We've got 15 to 16 different weight machines that will allow you to exercise every part of the body that you want. And what's really great about these is that they work for any fitness level. So if you're a beginner, these are going to be a comfortable piece of equipment that will introduce you into exercise. They're safe, they're ergonomic, and we've got staff who are going to be available to help you get comfortable and learn how to use the equipment. We've got 30 or so cardio pieces of equipment, so treadmills. We've got elliptical machines. We've got bicycles, we've got rowers, we've got climb mills, you name it, we've got it. If you want to get your heart pumping, if you want to get sweating and breathing heavy, this is a place you can do that because we've got the equipment for it. And then the last piece of equipment I want to talk about is our functional fitness area in the fitness room. So functional fitness is going to be another great opportunity in this fitness room. And when we talk about functional fitness, we talk about pushing and pulling and squatting and rotating, all of those everyday activities that we take for granted. We're going to have a station that lets you work on those. So think about, push-ups, pull-ups. We're going to have kettlebells. We're going to have medicine balls. We're going to have something for everybody in this fitness room. We're really excited about it. And as I mentioned, we're going to have staff available to help you be comfortable, be safe, and just make sure that you are working towards your fitness goals.
Fantastic. Wow, that's a lot. I do have to ask you about one thing, because this has come up a couple of times now. What about the power lifters of the world who want to put on big plates and squat heavy and bench press heavy? And what about those people?
Yeah, there are power lifters out there, and we have heard that question. You're right. So a couple of reasons that we decided not to go that route. One is that takes up a lot of space. We wanted to get as much equipment as we could comfortably in the space, and those types of equipment take up a lot of space, take up a lot of equipment. And so that's one of the reasons that we chose not to do that. But the big reason is that there are places that cater to folks who want to exercise in that manner. And we're not looking to compete with those kind of hardcore heavy duty gyms. This is a recreation center. It's a community center. And so it's a place where you can come in and exercise. It's a great place to get introduced to exercise and recreation. But if you're somebody who's a regular exerciser and it's something that's a part of your lifestyle, you can still come in and get a really good workout. So again, we recognize and we respect those folks that want to do the powerlifting, and there are places for that, and we didn't want to compete with that.
Sounds good. I appreciate that answer, and I think that'll go a long way toward kind of explaining that issue to some of the listeners and residents who have brought up that very question. So we've got a fitness area, lots of different options for staying fit, being fit, becoming stronger, more agile, all of those things. What else we got on the second floor?
Brandon?
On that second floor, we also have 2 large group fitness rooms. And so something, again, we're really excited about. We can facilitate a handful of classes in there, you name it. We will have spin bikes in there. So that those
Zumba?
Zumba.
So if I get my Zumba certification, I can come and teach Zumba classes?
You're going to be competing with Wayne, but yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
But I'm just going to jump in here for a quick second. I am not going to be teaching Zumba.
okay. But you are going to be teaching something.
I
Maybe?
would be happy to, but I do want to put a plug in here. We are looking for fitness instructors.
Yes.
So
okay.
if you're a fitness instructor, you want to come and help your fellow Marana residents get healthy, be healthy and happy, come check us out. Go online, fill out an application, and we may have a spot for you in our fitness schedule.
Do I get paid if I become a fitness instructor?
You do get paid.
Whoa.
That's right. So depending on your experience and your expertise, we have different tiers of pay for instructors. We've started bringing some on board already, but we've got room for more.
Fantastic.
Absolutely.
Brandon?
No, that was a good plug. So these fitness instructors will be teaching classes, as we mentioned, yoga, Zumba, HIIT classes. Really, a diverse amount of classes can be offered out of this center. It's something that we're really proud of. And what can't be taught by a physical instructor, we do have a room dedicated for fitness on demand. And so that is a video library of many different classes, over 5,000 classes is what they advertise, that the community now has access to, where they can walk into that room, they can select.
P90X?
That I don't know if that's on there. I think that's more of a proprietary thing.
What's that guy's name? I don't know.
Billy Blanks.
Billy Blanks?
Billy Blanks.
Is P90X?
No, that's Tony Horton is P90X.
Tony Horton, that's the name.
Billy
That's what I was
Blanks
trying-
is the boxing one.
Yes.
Tybo?
Yes.
Tybo.
Tybo.
I was going to say I'm giving away my age, but boy, Brandon knew that one.
Yeah, there you go.
So yeah, that video.
I was going back to Richard Simmons myself, but
that might be on there actually. But yeah, so the fitness on demand really fills a good gap in what we might not be able to offer through a fitness instructor. And again, there's going to be times within our schedule that the membership, the general community, can just stumble in there and pick a class that they want to take. They can come in by themselves. They can bring a group there if they want to get a group of friends together and again do that yoga class or whatever it may be. But that space is going to be really, really awesome to see and see how fitness on demand benefits our community. But Wayne is our fitness guy. Did I forget anything in those rooms?
No, you got it. Those rooms are really big, so we're going to be able to host a lot of people in those classes. I was really excited the first time I walked in and recognized how big the space is.
They're large.
They are very large.
Yeah. All right. So we have covered the first floor. We've covered the aquatic center. We have covered the second floor. Anything else on the second floor or anything else that you need to tell our listeners about that's going to be at this facility?
So I guess the last thing I want to talk about, we talked about how beautiful this building is. There's also going to be an incredible piece of art installed on the building. You'll be able to see it as you're coming in from Marana Main Street and as you zip around to the front of the building. I really don't even want to try to describe it because it's so beautiful, and it sort of carries on with the theme that Brandon talked about, the timeline that's going to be in the building. This is a points in time in Marana history, and it really is spectacular. I've seen mock-ups throughout the process, and you're just going to have to see it to believe it. In the daytime, it's going to be beautiful. In the nighttime, it's going to light up, and it's just really going to take the look of this building to a whole nother level.
And we get to preview that the night before on May the 2nd, Friday, May the 2nd. Tell me about that.
That's right. Friday, May the 2nd, we're having an unveiling of the artwork. So we're going to start at 6 o'clock. We're going to go till 8:30. the sun goes down 7:07.
7:07.
That what we figured out? And so around 7:30, we're going to unveil that art. We're going to let the world see what it is. And that's going to lead us into the next day, into the ribbon cutting and grand opening. And this place is going to belong to you, Marana.
Oh, fantastic, guys. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for taking us on this wonderful tour of the Marana Aquatics and Recreation Center, the MARC. And we can't wait to see you here at the MARC. Is there anything that either one of you gentlemen want to include in closing?
No, I think that's it. Along with the memberships that are going to go live for presale on April 14th, there's going to be summer programming as well. So I would be remiss if I didn't mention that. So as of April 14th online on our recreation software, you can sign up for summer camps. You can sign up for swim lessons. So community, be on the lookout for that. And we can't wait to meet you at the MARC.
And if I could just add, I would be remiss if I didn't mention our director, Jim Conroy, who has led the charge with staff through this process. He's been our captain, our team leader, as we've worked with our project team, our architects, our construction company. He's been advocating for this project and making sure that we get what the citizens of Marana deserve. And very early on in the process, our architects met with the Parks and Rec team. They were the first group, the first focus group to give input on this project. And I remember they were trying to get us to talk about the feeling that we wanted this center to put off to the community. And I have to say, I got choked up as I was trying to talk about it because I understand how important this place is going to be to the community after we're all long gone. This is going to be the heartbeat of Marana. And it's been really exciting for all of us to be a part of this. And we can't wait to open those doors and welcome everybody in.
Wow, that's fantastic. You get to be a part of history, and that is so cool. You're absolutely right about Jim Conroy. He's led the charge. He's cracked the whip. He's been fastidious in ensuring that we get this thing across the finish line and open it on May the 3rd. So, tip of the cap to Jim. Love that guy. Fantastic team member. Well, gentlemen, again, thank you so much for joining us here on Real Talk with the Town. And thank you, listeners and viewers, for joining us for this special episode. Until next time. Submit your questions by visiting maranaaz.gov/realtalk, and we'll answer them right here. To receive notifications for new releases, remember to hit subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Also, remember to follow the town on Facebook, X, formerly known as Twitter, and Instagram to stay up to date on current news and events.